Hey guys, we're back and welcome to your first jazz guitar lesson. Today we're going to learn a couple of jazz chords and we're going to learn how you can mix them up, play them in different keys and come up with some really cool jazz little riffs and things. Alright, so the first thing is you have to understand that these shapes that I'm going to teach you are going to be movable. So that means the jazz guitar chords that we're going to start with, they are not open chords that are fixed in one position. So for instance, like a D, if I play a D here and I move it up, it doesn't sound cool because it's using open strings, alright? But we're going to use movable shapes, meaning the shape that you play, you can move around the neck and everywhere it's going to sound cool, alright? So for instance, let's start with the first chord. Let's jump right in. Okay, so here we've got a minor chord, a D9 right over here, and a G major 7. Okay, so A minor 7 is pretty easy. It's on the 3rd fret and on the 5th fret, sorry, that means that's the 3rd fret and we're going to play it on the 5th fret. So right about there. Okay, let me give you guys a quick close-up there. Okay, so first finger on the 6th string, mute the 5th string on your guitar. Okay, let me just zoom out a little bit there. Mute your 5th string on the guitar there, and then play there. Everything's on the 5th fret, just like that. Okay. And also mute the little E string. So you mute the 5th string and the small E string. Okay. And the way I'm plucking that is I'm just doing this. Okay, so that's your first jazz guitar chord. Then if we go to the next chord, you just move your middle finger up one and your index finger goes here to the 4th fret on the 4th string. Then we're at the next chord, that's a D9, alright? And then we go to a G major 7, alright? So G major 7, you put your middle finger on the top, your index finger on the 6th string, and then these two on the 2 middle strings on the 4th fret. You also mute the 5th string, okay, with your index finger, and then with your middle finger you put it on the 3rd fret here. Then we have a G major 7. Alright, just to give you the chord diagrams quickly, you can download this from the course website as well. There we go. So those are your chords that you're going to use. A minor 7, D9 and G major 7. So let's play them together. A minor 7, D9 and G major 7. A minor 7, D9, G major 7. Okay. So these chords make up a 2-5-1 jazz progression. Now what does 2-5-1 mean? Well, it basically means we start, the first chord is on the 2nd degree of the major scale. Okay, so if we're in the key of G, it's going to be A. Do, re, 1, 2. So that second note gives you the 2 chord. The 2 chord in a major key is a minor 7. Okay, so we're playing A minor 7, right? And then D9, which is the 5 chord, because if we play the G major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's your 5th note. And then the 1 chord. Alright, so it's a very fun progression to play. I'm going to play around with it so you get an idea of what you can do with it. So immediately it sounds like music already. It's just beautiful. It's just a very common jazz progression. It's in one key, but you can also move this progression around. So for instance, if I move it up just 1 fret, then I'm in the key of G sharp because I'm ending on the G sharp. So here I go. Then it's going to be A sharp minor 7, D sharp minor 7, G G sharp minus 7. But you'd actually call it B flat minus 7, E flat 9, A flat major 7. So these chords sound really big, but they're not really. Okay, so this is a minus 7 chord shape. So wherever you put this finger, that's going to give you the name of the chord, right? So if I put it on a G, it's going to be a G minus 7. And you can make up your own chord progressions with these chords. So even if I just want to use minor 7th chords, I can use G minus 7, C minus 7, D minus 7, C minus 7, Now, for those of you who are more advanced, you can also put your thumb on the root note for the minor 7th chord, right? Put your thumb on the root note and then put your index finger on those 3 strings over there. Then you've got these fingers open to play melody. So but we're going a little bit too fast now, and I want to just make this a basic first lesson. So for this lesson, you need to practice those 3 chords: A minor 7, D9, and G major 7, and play them all over the neck. Okay, you see the second example that I've given in your PDF is a B minor 7, E9, and A major 7. Now it sounds more complicated, but as you can see, it's just 2 frets higher than the other ones. All right, so this chord, the A minor 7, I'm just moving it up 2 frets, then it becomes a B minor 7, and then if I take it down there, it becomes an E9, and then A major 7. All right, so there are the 2 chord progressions: the 2-5-1, and in the key of G here, and here we have it in the key of A major. Okay, so cool. I'm going to give you guys just a short example of how you can loop this and, you know, make your own track with it, improvise over it. So for instance, I'm going to put on my headphones and I'm going to go over here to my audio program, and I'm going to put a little drum loop on. Okay, so there's the drum loop, and I'm going to record the chords as I go on. Okay, here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just improvising in that key. I'm using my G major scale. To play over this chord progression, which is in the key of G. Alright? So I'm focusing on the key, and I'm just focusing on the key and the chords behind it. Okay, so the chord progression is simple. It's just A minor, D9, G major 7. It stays in one key, and for that you just play the G major scale over there. Okay, now what if I want to play it in a different key? Well, let's record one in A major, the second example I showed you. Okay. you guys see that the basis of this whole thing is just to get going with that chord progression. So just play that, and you can play it in many different styles. All right, so you don't have to play it in with that kind of rhythm. You can play it in any rhythm that you want, and you can really mix it up. You can play it in a gypsy jazz kind of style. Just modulated to the key of A major. So that's the gypsy jazz style. You can do it in a more classic heavy swing style. So yeah, those are all the different ways you can play it. Enjoy it and just go crazy with it. If you have any questions for this type of lesson, then let me know and we can maybe answer them in the next lesson or in one of our live sessions. And you can, any songs that you have. We're going to learn songs in the future in this jazz course. This is just to get you going. In the next lesson, we're going to learn Autumn Leaves with some more chords. And then from there, we'll just carry on learning songs and chords and riffs. Okay. Cheers, guys. Have a nice day.